I would love to pop up at Metropolitan. Let's just gang. Let's just like show up at Metropolitan. Hey, we're here to get that Kyoto Black Metropolis collab.
I think we could do that, like just like. Well, you know, they're very like sticking to the rules.
But that outdoor space.
So yeah,
so
you have to get in line. Like we're gonna raid them, but we're gonna get in a nice, orderly, spaced out 6 feet apart line, and then raid them in groups of 2.
If you're down, put in the comments below. We'll show up.
Welcome to episode 9 of the Sultan of Slow Drip. I am your host, the Sultan of Slow Drip, joined again by Victor Chan.
Hey guys.
We're doing a back-to-back here, Victor.
Yeah.
We did your show yesterday.
Yes.
So.
By the time this is up, guys, we did a sake tasting with the wonderful Deal Lee at Side Practice Coffee, and the Sultan of Slow Drip graced us with his presence. And I actually stayed quiet the entire time, and they were just going back and forth on describing the different notes and things like that within the sake.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, wow. I'm just absorbing everything here.
It kind of worked out in a interesting way because we both are really passionate about Japan.
Okay, yeah,
I know
exactly.
a fair amount about sake
Yes.
as well. So it was interesting to like kind of feel each other out and see like, oh wow, this person's pretty legit. Like she knows so much about sake, and it's like got a really.
And we also learned that she has never been to Japan. She has a master's in Japanese education, but
she never actually went to Japan.
No,
holy smokes.
No, and you can tell there's an accent to
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She speaks it really fluently.
Whoa, I didn't even get to hear her speak Japanese.
Well, the way she was pronouncing like the T's at the coffee shop was
gotcha.
Yeah,
You
were good. You're good at Japanese.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. So if you didn't get drunk enough yesterday,
buzzed, not drunk.
Okay. We got something for you today.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yes. Yes. So I'm gonna go grab that. Real quick.
Ooh. I hear cans.
Bam.
Woke as hell.
Yes,
Woke as hell is. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
So this is the coffee beer collaboration that I did with Metropolis and Metropolitan Brewing.
Oh, we just talked about this.
Yep.
What the heck?
Yeah, you just literally asked me about that. You were like, "Oh, so how's the collab going?" And I was like, "Oh, it's going good."
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
down.
Yeah, we're about to try this.
Finally. I think I'm going to like this.
Here,
As opposed
so,
to the last episode.
Yeah, right. Cue the natto
cue natto.
flashback. Yeah, so this is a really awesome beer. Basically, Metropolis provides the coffee beans, and they bring it to me. I brew it Kyoto style, and then I provide that concentrate to Metropolitan, and they do German-style lagers.
Yeah,
really
very
crisp,
good at that.
really clean beer, some of the best lagers I've ever had. And the Kyoto style for them, they really gravitated towards it because it maintains that integrity, that purity of flavor.
Okay.
And they will add it to various beers that are already on their roster. But they like to choose the specific bean that they want to add to it. So basically the way that process works is they will reach out to Metropolis and say, hey, this is what we're thinking. We want to do like a seasonal, like maybe an Oktoberfest or whatever. And we want to have a coffee that goes with that. So they get together and have a cupping of different coffees that Metropolis kind of, thinks will
And now
work.
I know what a cupping is.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they get together, they have a cupping, they drink beer at the cupping.
Okay.
And then they just kind of go back and forth.
Amazing.
And then,
What a great creative effort.
It's really awesome.
A great creative collaboration between all parties.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
then
it doesn't feel one-sided. It's not like I trust you with the coffee, you do all the coffee.
Right.
It's like everyone's coming together.
It's like feedback. And then they'll even be like, hey, Justin, we had these on the table. What do you think? And they'll ask me for my feedback as well. And I'm like, hey, I can brew up some samples if you want to have some samples to actually add to the beer and before you do the bigger batch. So we are all kind of like putting our input on there and trying to make it as good as we can. And because Metropolis has such a good like variety of coffees and a huge roster, there's generally something that will work very ideally, and you don't have to just settle for like second best. You can really actually find something that works well.
Ideal, yeah.
And this one is particularly interesting because, as you will see, this is a Helles lager, and Helles is like the lightest style of.
This is so sick.
Yeah, it's like super light. Without coffee, it's very straw colored, and it's referred to as like the pinnacle of lager brewing because basically there's nowhere to hide any sort of faults in the brewing method. You're not like hopping it up. You're not adding any like juices or anything to it. So it's just like transparent execution of the beer technique. And to be able to add a coffee to this is really interesting because it preserves that actual appearance of the of the beer. It doesn't get like super
Really?
duper dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still got, obviously it
I
gets a
noticed
little
it the
bit.
first time. I've only, honestly, sorry guys, been to Metropolitan like once, and I noticed that it still looks like you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, that is a coffee
Like
beer.
a lager, yeah.
Yeah, so and then this was done with a Ethiopian suke kuto, which is very like citrusy. You get like a lot of blood orange. It's very like orange driven Ethiopian coffee. So I think it's actually a natural process too. So, and that adds like a little bit of funkiness. As you know, like the last time we were here, we tried a natural process coffee together, and it was like very explosively fruity. They're saying on here it has like touches of stone fruit.
The limited edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They're saying that this ends up having a floral aroma with blackberry, stone fruit,
Wow.
and lime notes. So that's the beer itself, like when it's
Wow.
combined with the coffee. So let's crack these boys and see how they taste.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, so pretty. Where can we find these, Justin?
So right now, the only place that I know you can definitely get them is at the actual tap room, Metropolitan, which is
Okay.
actually right next door to Metropolis Coffee as well too. So, and that's on Rockwell and like Belmont.
Yeah.
So.
Right on.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's
Perfect summer day.
Yeah, right. Cheers.
Cheers, Justin.
I can really smell like the minerality.
Damn, guys.
Yeah, it's good.
You need to get on this.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh.
That's really good. It's super solid. And it's like I said before in other episodes, it's not like you have to make it taste like coffee in order to be a coffee beer. Like, it doesn't have to just taste like coffee.
No,
know?
It's obviously still a lager
Yeah.
with notes of coffee.
Exactly.
But now I'm trying to taste the coffee beans, like the floral notes from it, like the stone fruit and trying to get the lime.
So one of the things that I get actually is more so like orange marmalade rather than lime for me personally.
Okay.
Like orange jam.
Okay.
A little bit of toffee as well. What are you picking out for the most part?
Every time we do a tasting, it's like more texture for me.
Okay. What kind of texture? Because
Velvety.
It's very velvety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
love
texture is really, really slick and just like luscious, and it's almost like a candy.
This is so good, guys.
Yeah. You know, I was afraid to pour it like kind of stiffly.
Okay.
But like now, I think the next time I have one of these, I'm gonna pour it and just even get a bigger head.
More
on
of that
it.
head. Okay.
Yeah, because I was trying to be gentle. I didn't want to over like foam it, because
Yeah.
you don't know what you're getting sometimes. But it's actually pretty light carbonation. It's not like super, like natty or something where you just like crack it and it's like super big soda pop bubbles. It's like very tight. I wouldn't be surprised if they dose nitrogen into this as well. If it's not just beer gas, but actually nitrogen dose, that would not surprise me.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. Okay. I just got apricot.
Oh. See, it's like stone fruit is like not enough. You go even deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's, apricot is a stone fruit, a peach is a stone fruit, but also a cherry is a stone fruit.
Right.
But I think stone fruit is like, it's actually a very discerning thing to even point out in the first place, because stone fruit is so close to citrus and it's so close to apple. It kind of sits in the middle of the citrus apple kind of spectrum. So the fact that you could differentiate between the citrus and the malic acidity that you get from those.
Define malic.
Malic is like the acidity that you find in an apple.
Oh, okay.
From malic acid versus from citric acid.
Okay.
So yeah, the fact that you could kind of discern.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, those differences is actually pretty profound as far as the palate goes. Because, there are people who wouldn't be able to necessarily taste the difference between a stone fruit and an apple, or a stone fruit and a citrus, because it kind of sits in the middle as far as flavor goes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So stone fruit, if you're saying stone fruit, your palate is well on its way. But yeah, apricot specifically, because, I mean, you can get, like, granular with the stone fruit as well.
See, I can't even pick out what fruit.
What do you pick out? Any like other notes? Like, what are you getting?
It's just sweet to me. Like,
Okay, we're gonna build you up.
Sorry, guys.
we're
I'm
gonna-
failing everyone.
No, but here's the thing though. If you remember the episode that we did with Corey,
Yeah.
the water episode.
Yeah.
So I was Corey's trainer at Metropolis.
Okay.
And
okay.
his palate, he'll tell you himself, his palate was completely unable to discern anything whatsoever. Like I would give him something and I'm like, all right, taste this. And I'd just be sitting there looking at him and he's like, tastes like coffee. And like he just look at me like, it tastes like coffee. I'm sorry. Like, and I'm like, okay, everything that you put in your mouth, think about it. What it tastes like, every single thing. Do not eat mindlessly. And before you know it, he's picking out all these things and he's like really seeking out certain experiences. And like every time he comes in to the shop, he's got something in hand like, hey, Justin, check this out. Like usually he goes to Floreal and brings like a pastry. It's a really awesome bakery in the city in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
And he'll get like their tarts and stuff like that. And they're all very fancy. Like they have edible flowers and stuff on them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he's like really leaned into like tasting just like and pausing. Like, I'm going to taste this, I'm going to pause and then really think about it. Because tasting is just sensory recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another form of memory.
But it's having, like, input that into memory prior, right?
Yeah.
So it's starting with, like, just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. You have to first, like, create your kind of library. So you index everything.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm always, like, just indexing and tasting things like you did with the natto. You ate the natto even though you didn't like it.
Yeah.
You're indexing that.
True.
Like if something reminds you of natto, you're going to remember it. You're going to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and that's all it is, just at different levels of things that are not necessarily just something you don't like, but also things that are you do like, or things that you kind of like. And you're like, why do I kind of like this instead of really like or really dislike?
Okay.
You know, what's that thing, that differentiator that makes it? Everything sits in a certain spot, and you have to ask, like, why is it in this spot instead of that spot?
I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's all building a palate is.
Okay.
You know, like, what would make this, like, really excellent for me? What would make this not so excellent?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool.
Like, I mean, even here, like, I love the sweetness and the texture and everything. I know it's sweet because of the coffee, and that's just how it is. I would take less sweetness, you know, personally, you know, just personally. But for what it is, I think it's wonderful. Like, it maintained the style, you know, the intention of the style. It actually adds, like, this nice, like fruity note to it that the Helles Lager on its own is, like, much sharper and much more focused and much more kind of, like, it's a very drinkable beer, but it's also kind of, you can taste that it's serious in a way. Because there's like, it's
still complex.
It's at attention. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
just like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? As a beer, it's at attention. Whereas this is like added a little bit more kind of like relaxed vibes to the beer, which you can taste if you taste them side by side, especially where it's like that Helles, like just when you swallow it and finish, it's just like so clean. It's like just polished.
Okay.
You know?
So more like summertime vibes. Like.
Yeah, this one's just like chilling. It's like a shandy almost.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay. The sweetness, but all of it, the sweetness and the texture is like shandy.
It's like shandy.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of caramel stone fruit shandy.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.
Fun stuff.
And it's also awesome because I don't see Metropolis collabing too much.
Yeah, yeah. This is the only collab I know of.
Yeah.
It's been going strong for a few years now too. I
Oh,
wanna
is
say
it? Okay,
3
okay.
or 4 years now we've been doing this.
Good.
So yeah, and now we're finally getting our logos on stuff, and you know,
That's beautiful.
cementing. We're on Untapped. You know, some of the coffee beers.
What?
Yeah,
For real?
they're on Untapped. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we got some reviews on them, and
How many
people-
of you are beer nerds out there that have Untapped?
Yeah.
How many beers have you checked in? Cool, man.
And I got one more surprise actually.
Oh, for real? Okay. Woke as hell is.
While we're already getting a little litty, peep that.
What is this? Azadi
Yeah, let's show that to the camera.
Brewery.
So yeah, a buddy of mine and a really good customer, really good friend, gave me this last night. And he's like, I think you're going to like this. I got some of this a few weeks ago, and I've been pounding them, and I held one
Pounding
for you.
these?
Yeah. He's like, I've been going through them a little fast, and I set one aside for you. I think you would like it. But it's a chai stout made here in Chicago at Pilot Project.
Why does that sound familiar? I haven't been to Pilot Project.
Oh,
it's
it's
a
awesome.
new brewery, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's like a brewery / like incubation space. Yeah, for beverages. And
Born
it's
in Chicago, Indian at heart.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can I read the description?
Yeah, please.
Is it chai or shy? Chai, like chai tea?
I mean,
it's
my
chai. I don't
American
wanna
way of
butcher
saying it
it.
is chai.
Okay.
So
Chai powers the hustle and bustle of the streets of Mumbai. This full-bodied stout offers an inviting and familiar flavor to those who love relaxing with a freshly brewed cup of kaduk, which translates to strong chai. So kaduk chai.
okay.
The cutting chai earns its name from how the chai is cut into small glasses found at tea stalls on streets across India. We use a chai spice recipe passed down through generations to bring this recipe to life in a new form. Wow, I've never seen. I don't think I've ever had I've had like Indian lagers
Okay.
at like the restaurants, but this is like next level.
It's next level. The guy who gave this to him owns a liquor store. I don't actually know the name of the store, but basically the way my buddy got this is the owner of the liquor store said, "Hey, my buddy makes this. It's really good. Here's some."
Wow.
Yeah, and then he's like, "This is really good," and then he told me the story, and he's like, "Here's some." So I'm just paying it forward, and now I'm like, "Here's some." So let's try this together and see what it's all about.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Amazing.
Yeah. If you want a second glass too, I can give you. You want to?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to pound this.
Cool. Oh wow! Look at that. Just a little foam there. Oh man, you can see how thick this is. What is it? 9%? 8%? So we're like in imperial territory here. Whew. All right. One more time.
Azadi Brewing?
I'm going to actually set that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them bask in the glory.
Azadi Brewing.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Ooh, a chai.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy smokes. Jeez. I'm getting like ginger, cinnamon.
Yeah, you guys are onto something.
Is that cardamom? It's got like this kind of cola, like if you were to get like a in-house cola.
From the
you like go to
Soda
Indiana
stream,
and they're
yeah.
like, hey, we make this cool in-house cola to go with like ice cream and all that stuff, and it's like that kind of almost like a cola nut, like a real bespoke cola.
I hear you.
Wow. I like that.
That's good.
I like that.
That's really good, guys.
And it's not sweet, like super sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it. I mean, a beer this strong is typically going to have some syrupiness on the...
Yeah. It's a stout.
So, yeah, it's to be expected. It's 8%. Man. That's really well structured. Nice sourness.
Kind of wish there was more chai.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good.
You get a good amount of chai on the nose.
Yeah, right. That's when we were like, whoa.
Yeah. And you're probably expecting to be like, just like straight chai, Just go get a chai.
True. Yeah.
But you want more chai?
A little bit.
Well, you want more like kick? Because it's got like no, like chai has throatiness. Like it's got real kick in the throat. And it's got no throatiness.
More of the taste, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I wonder how tough it was to even execute this.
I don't know.
I've never had anything like this before.
Yeah. I can say I want them to keep doing it.
And it makes so much sense, though.
It does. It makes tons of sense. Once you taste this.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking like, okay, is there a style that's not just a stout where you can have chai and it probably plays even better?
Well, remember yesterday when we were tasting with Dila and you brought up like Neapolitan pizza, like prosciutto
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
the sake.
yeah.
Like you've never
Yeah.
seen pairings like that.
Yeah, pizza and sake is like,
That's amazing.
yeah. If it's like the really thin,
Yeah.
you know, you can't do Chicago style pizza
No,
with
no,
sake.
no,
That'd
no.
be
Oh,
disgusting.
no.
But
Neapolitan?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, prosciutto, arugula,
Yeah.
like pesto.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe or like a white sauce. You know, something like that. Not necessarily tomato. Though you could do tomato with it if you play it right, I think. But I would probably lean more towards.
Which I think that should be the base of the next, not the next episode, but the episode with Dila.
Is actually
have,
pairing
like,
something up.
Pairing different sakes with different foods. Whether that's a charcuterie board or whatever it is, you know, it's like, I think we should try doing that.
I'm literally thinking about how Francis had a pizza oven like in the actual shop,
Yeah.
and I'm like, can we like bother Francis and get pizzas actually like
Francis,
for the
if you're
episode?
paying attention.
Francis, we need pizza for the episode.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, really dope. I feel like one of our episodes should just be like a party. I said that already, didn't I?
No, not yet.
No,
not
I
yet.
did. I did.
When?
I feel like I said that. I don't know if it was on or off camera, but I was like, yo, we should just like have an episode that's like a barbecue or something, where we just like do an interview in the middle of the barbecue.
I almost wore Logan's shirt.
Oh my God.
Zeph Barbecue.
Zeph Barbecue.
And it was wrinkled. So I was like, I can't do that to him. Maybe next time. But yeah, that's what I thought of. Like barbecue, backyard vibes, tastings. I'm down.
Yeah, I think we could pull that off and make it into a pretty lit episode. We can let the chai stout flow.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Oh, speaking of flow, you're on tap now at Side Practice, right?
Yes, I am.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. And I talked to the guys over there too. And so yeah, Side Practice is basically a cafe, not too far from me. It's about like 10-minute drive. Really awesome guys. His interior is like just so lit. It's like crazy.
It's inspiring.
Like it really is. And just what they do over there with the coffee, the ambiance, just the vibes is really awesome. They're now serving Kyoto Black on draft. And I talked to Francis about this yesterday. They're going to be probably the only place, at least for now, that's going to have occasional drops of limited edition on draft.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I'm thinking about putting limited edition on draft here, and then I want to have it on draft at Side Practice as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, because they get it. You know, they 100% get it. So I think their clientele would appreciate having some of the limited on there.
I know.
Yeah.
Ty appreciates it.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh, congrats to that.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
For real. 9 episodes in, man. Like, this is. I remember when I wanted to start a podcast like years ago, and I did like an episode, and I never really released it like so much.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I just put it out there on SoundCloud. It's still out there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's called Coffee with Justin Doggett or something like that. And it's just crazy to see that because of what we're doing here, like it's actually gelling. I feel like I'm able to show up and like do it and have fun. And
right.
people are coming out and saying like, wow, I saw your episodes and stuff.
Aww.
So yeah.
Okay.
So we're still like small views, but it's making impact. So
It's
like
who's
that.
watching.
It's
know,
really
in
who's
a way.
watching.
And you know, guy, like this is the third show that I've like produced, and like gaining traction is hard.
It's tough.
And you know, Ryan says like don't judge it until you get to 50 episodes. And
Yeah.
I know that's a long ways away, but we've been so consistent.
Right.
And what we're doing, I think, you know, is working.
Yeah.
And I just continue being consistent is the key, I guess.
For real. Yep, we'll get to 50.
I like how you don't tell me. I don't know what's going on with
he has
every
no
episode.
clue what's going on, and I love that because just getting that reaction just live. You know?
Yeah. Every episode was interesting, and I've been told by friends like how could Justin make a show on just coffee?
Yeah.
But it's like it's so much more than just coffee.
It's not. You know, like I said before, because honestly, that's the same question I asked myself. I was like, how can I just make a show on coffee? I like coffee, but I like other things way, just as much as I like coffee. And I don't want to just bottle myself in and just kind of typecast myself as the coffee guy where it's like, I'm only going to talk to you about coffee.
Yeah.
And before I became passionate about coffee, I was passionate about just training my palate.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know, when I was a teenager, when I was 14, my dad got me a creme brulee set for my birthday to make creme brulee. because he knew that's what I was passionate about.
Oh, wow.
You know, I've always I would watch the Food Channel just nonstop. That was food. It was Food Network. I had a routine. I would watch Iron Chef and Yu Yu Hakusho because they both came boom boom back to back. That was my night. Watch Iron Chef, watch Toonami. You know.
All right.
And that was always my Saturday nights as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. So the palate thing was always that vein. And I've been in the food industry.
The common thread, yeah.
I've been in the food industry my whole professional life.
Right.
So it's not just coffee.
Well, can't wait to see where else this goes.
Absolutely. Question of the day.
Yeah, what is it, Justin? What do we got?
What is the best coffee lager you've had? It's got to be a lager. It can't be a stout. We're not doing the stouts. We're not doing the porters.
That'd be a hard choice if it was a stout.
It's got to be a lager. Because I don't think there are many out there.
I was like, how many are there out there?
So you let us know.
I would love to pop up at Metropolitan. Let's just gang. Let's just show up at Metropolitan. Hey, we're here to get that Kyoto Black Metropolis collab.
I think we could do that. Well, they're very sticking to the rules.
But that outdoor space.
So so you have to get in line. We're gonna raid them, but we're gonna get in a nice, orderly, spaced out 6 feet apart line, and then raid them in groups of 2.
If you're down, put in the comments below. We'll show up.
Yo, I'd be down for a meetup there. That'd be sick.
I'm down for that, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.